ballers and enough oink to you all. Listen. And I waggle my tail around. Dunk. Oh, not the cooking wares. But anyway, it's like... It's 18th of August 2017 and... Yeah, doing some more social eating. I still got the weekly after this. Then I got this. And then we're done. And I'm gonna basically take a shower after this. Because I haven't showered in a while. This is my new underarm shirt. I don't know if I've shown it before, but yeah. The progress on the beard is just coming around nicely. As you can see here. And actually on the mohawk. I don't know how well you can tell, but I basically done so it ends earlier. Like before it went like way back here and stuff. On my neck and stuff. Or here basically pretty much. But now I have it so it like stops here or whatever. Because that is way better to have it like that. And what I want to do, probably after I shower, I want to make it so like, I want to make this like wider, like it's hard to explain, but I want to make it like, not like that. It's hard to figure out here because like it's in reverse, because it's mirrored always with the camera, so I want to have it like this wide probably and going like all the way there. But I don't know if I should shave it now. Because I want to keep this in the middle here, but then I want to have it wider and I want this to basically catch up so it gets thicker and thicker, you know. And I thought it was stupid when I started doing the mohawk, but that's pretty much what you have to do, because otherwise you have to wait until your hair is super thick before you shave to try and get a mohawk, and that's like really hard. Like it's insane, like my beard grows so much faster than my hair does, you know, so yeah. I mean, for some people that get really long hair, it takes like a year or whatever to get like super long hair, like not cut your step for a year pretty much, you know, to get super long hair. Yeah. The goal is of course for me to get a proper dwarf beard, maybe down to here, maybe, you know, that's goal, you know, proper dwarfish beard. But then I also want to try and shave here, because I want to keep that up to date, because it's really annoying when you get food like stuck here, and not really stuck, but it was during one of those RP things with the Dragon's Demand, where I know the guys did Grizzly Ben. He has an amazing beard, by the way, an amazing dwarf beard. And he talked about like when it reaches a certain length, how it kind of curls up and stuff like that. But he also talks about like, because he was chugging on a drink basically pretty much, and there's a limit to how quick you can chug when you have a really big beard, because the beard kind of blocks, so you cannot drink like what you would like normally and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, so I went over all the 4 packs that I got legendaries in, and I went over the one I got from the prologue. And then I also have taken some screenshots earlier today, because earlier today I decided, okay, I'm finally gonna try and beat the actual first wing of the Frozen Throne, because yesterday I believe it was, or earlier this morning, or if it was yesterday, I forgot exactly when it was, but the next wing open up in the Frozen Throne and stuff that, like the next wing open up in the adventures, yeah. So Lord Margar defeated, I have the screenshot for that there. I basically used a druid in order to beat it. At first I tried out like with priests and stuff like that, tried out some shenanigans, but none of that worked. The main problem with the priest is you have to get pretty lucky when he plays the bone things. He has quite a lot of those bone things in his deck. I believe he has like 4, 5 or 6 or something like that almost in his deck. And it's quite insane, like, because sometimes you will just have him play one of those on like turn 3 or whatever, and then like you have no chance to remove it unless you have one of your Shadow Word Pains in your hand currently, or if you have one of the Crazed Alchemist. I thought about using the Crazed Alchemist because using a Crazed Alchemist on something with 0 attack means you turn their health to a 0 meaning you insta kill them pretty much. So yeah. So the deck I used to defeat Lord Marrogar, which wasn't a deck even made for that, because I just took one of my decks that I created because I spent like, I don't know how many hours it was, but I spent a long time just creating some custom decks that I want to use in ranked and stuff. And then for the druid I thought about, okay, a really slow ass control druid, or a control druid that would work around using Jade. But since I'm missing certain of the important Jade cards, like I'm missing what's her face, Isla Blackpaw, I'm missing her, so yeah, which is a bit bad. But I call that deck Jade Arenas, and also I took a screenshot of it because this is what I used to beat Lord Marrogar with. It has 2 Innovates, 2 Jade Idols, 2 Druidal Swarm. That's one of the Knights of the Frozen Throne cards. Druidal Swarm is really good. What I did with it was make it turn into poisonous, because if it turns into poisonous, then those poisonous ones, for some reason sometimes it seems like Marrogar is very, he don't want to attack the poisonous things. Because for some reason poisonous seem to skew kind of with AI, so he very rarely attacks your poisonous things, meaning you can easily kill off the bone thing with it. And late game you can just kill it with your minions pretty much. And then we have 2 Wild Growths, 2 Crypt Lords. Crypt Lord, by the way Crypt Lord works is Crypt Lord only has 1 attack, but each time you play a minion it gets +1 health. You might say, oh, that's really bad, but Crypt Lord is fucking insane. I haven't actually tried any ranked yet with any of the decks, and yeah, the thing I love about Crypt Lord is just like it can like basically stay around forever because it keeps like buffing up its health, and basically it works like a heal. So basically if you've taken some damage on it and you play something, you know, like, and the best thing is what people don't realize is Crypt Lord also counts like summoning things. So when you summon a Jade Golem, that counts for the Crypt Lord's buff. So this means, for example, if you have a Death Rattle effect, if you have like Nosot, and it brings back a ton of Death Rattles, then that will buff up a Crypt Lord as well. So yeah, Crypt Lord is pretty insane. I don't even remember what other people have given it in score, but yeah. I don't even remember if I ever reviewed the Crypt Lord yet in the actual text that I've written, but yeah. But Crypt Lord is pretty insane. I mean, stat-wise, I believe it's like a 1/6 for 3 mana. And then it gains +1 health each time you summon a minion. I thought at first that it read +1 attack, or for whatever reason, like I thought that you buff up attack. And then the first time I saw it buffing up itself, I was like, yeah, this card is bad. But then when I realized in that fight, it was like, my Crypt Lord, basically the first Crypt Lord I summoned, basically lasted me until the end of the game. And that Crypt Lord, I believe I did summon on like back on, not on 3 mana, but maybe when I was at 4 mana or whatever, you know, so yeah. Because I did manage to ramp up pretty well. The thing you want to get is like Innovates or Jade Idols really early on, and then Wild Growths and stuff like that's what you want to go for, that's what you want to mulligan pretty much. So either mulligan your Wild Growths, your Innovates and your Jade Idol. Those are the things you want to look for, you know. And the thing is, like, you can reach, like, the goal is to reach Malfurion the Pestilent as quickly as possible, pretty much. So that, but anyway, let's go some more of the cards here while we still have time here. So 2 Crypt Lords, 2 Jade Blossom, or not Jade Idol, you don't want to go for, you want to go for Jade Blossom, my bad, in the mulligan as well. 2 Jade Spirits, 1 Saronite Chain Gang. That is because Saronite's Chain Gang basically summons a copy of himself, which is really good. 2 strong shell scavenger. People are calling that card crap. It's not crap. The thing is, once you have a pretty beefy taunt wall up, giving your beefy taunt wall 2+2+ from the strong shell scavenger, it's fucking insane. It's basically it's kind of like the bolster effect that warriors used to have, but it's kind of better because a druid has some really fucking tough taunts. And then, like, I've been able to hit like 3 taunts with it, and like hitting the Lich King with it, like buffing up the Lich King from 8/8 to like 10/10. It's pretty fucking insane, you know. Like, it can easily go out of hand. And like, if you hit a Saronite chain gang with it, like, I've been able to like pull it off, like in the mats. I was able to pull it off like really early and hit several things with it, and it was just so powerful. Then 2 swipes, 2 Lotus Agent. Lotus Agent is so good because it's like what? It's a Druid card. It can pull Druid. What is it, Druid? I forgot. There are the ones that can have Jade in them, pretty much. It's the ones that can use Lotus Agent. I forgot, I think it's Hunter, Druid, and something else. I forgot what the third one was, but yeah. But Lotus Agents, yeah. And then 2 Nourish, 1 Spreading Plague. I only have 1. Otherwise I probably would remove something else. Maybe remove a Saronite Chain again and replace it with another Spreading Plague. And by the way, the taunt minions from Spreading Plagues can also benefit from Strongshell Scavenger. And then 2 Jade Behemoths, 2 Bone Mares. Bone Mares can buff up things that doesn't have taunt with 4+4+. Malfurion and the Pestilent, and finally the Lich King. That's what I ran in the deck. And yeah, it's just insane how powerful the late game of that deck is. And one thing that I did afterwards, or after trying Sourfang for a while, I tried him with a pretty crappy warrior deck and an enraged warrior deck I made, which wasn't very good. But then after that, I decided, oh, I can infinitely survive against Sourfang. Like, I tried to... What I did basically was, I ran my Jade Druid against Sourfang. Sourfang ran out of cards. I thought, oh, Sourfang will take damage from my hero power. But he didn't. And then I thought, okay, maybe he will actually take damage, because for some reason your hero power doesn't count as weapon damage. Although if you manage to get a weapon through another way, I actually managed to get a weapon, and via the Lotus Agent I managed to get a weapon. And the sad thing, what I didn't realize was, until on the last charge, then I did a gamble on using the hero power, and the hero power actually buffs your weapon damage. It buffs your weapon damage by 1 and gives you the 1 armor that the hero power normally does. Like, that was before using my Warrrior Pestilence. And what I did basically, like, I had made him run out of cards. He couldn't play anything, so he kept taking fatigue damage, but he wouldn't take any damage because that's not weapon damage. And I just kept shuffling Jade idols into the deck, and I had like over 48 or 50 or something cards in the deck at the end. But then all of a sudden I died, the opponent died, and that counted as a defeat. But yeah, I got a shit ton of XP from that. So I don't know if it's something that you could abuse now to try and get a lot of XP very easily. And I don't know why. If it happens when your opponent takes 30 damage of fatigue in total, or if it happened because I had too many cards in the deck. Because the thing is, if you select summoning a Jade Idol when you already have the maximum amount of creatures out on the board, which I had, then you won't summon a thing, so yeah. But of course, after doing that, I decided to actually beat Sourfang, and we're going to be talking about that in the next